Radical.
I just watched this pretty good rant video. I might, if I get time here, I might give a link to down below. And this guy brings up a whole lot of good points about why the new Night Court is not nearly as good as the old Night Court. It seems like across the board, whether it's something like Scooby-Doo and Velma to this, the trend right now is to make inferior versions, lesser versions. And I know Velma's not exactly a new Scooby-Doo, but to take an old property that's proven and to come out with something new that's really not nearly as good. Now, I've tried to watch a couple clips of the new Night Court, and just from seeing it, I mean, I'm not going to say it's terrible and a dumpster fire. I mean, I can see myself possibly watching it, but there's certain things about the new show that make it pale in comparison to the old Night Court. And for reference, I've been watching some clips of the old Night Court, and I'll say it is freaking hilarious. And Data from Star Trek Next Generation was actually in a couple scenes in the old Night Court. John Larroquette's character, Dan Felding, he is just the best. My two favorite characters on the show would be Harry the Judge, who has sadly passed away now, I think. At least on the show he's passed away. I'm not sure if he's passed away in real life. And Dan Felding. And he is just a sleazy, slimy guy. And there's one scene where a midget comes up and is asking for directions. And he's like, well, you need to follow the yellow brick road. And he is just a jerk. He really is. So between the two shows, I would much rather watch clips of the old show, the old Night Court, than the new one. What are some issues with the new one? Well, first off, the way it's shot, it makes it look like an SNL sketch. And that's the last thing you want, because current SNL is just fucking terrible. I can't even stomach current SNL. A bright spot, from what I've seen, is Dan Felding, who is, of course, not the same exact character. Of course, he's older. He's like 75. So his character, still good. The only reason I would probably watch a new show would probably be for Dan Felding. There's a laugh track in the old show, but it seems like the new laugh track is way too loud. And it happens way too often. At jokes that really are not even funny. Like I said, I've only seen some clips of the new show, but right away I can tell you that the judge, I don't understand why that they would replace Harry with supposedly his daughter when I don't really buy that. Just from watching it, I mean, she's not exactly the same character she was from Big Bang Theory. Melissa Ranch, who is under 5 foot, just absolutely adorable. She is just adorable, and she's pretty hot. I'll just say it right there. So, not that that's a qualification for anything. I'm just saying it right there that she's pretty hot. She was far and away a lot hotter than I think the other women on that show. Definitely, the one female from Blossom. So no, that's a side question. Who was hotter on that show? The one little blonde, or whatever her name was that dated the character with the glasses. Who do you think was hotter, anyways? But her character, I don't get it. I don't understand it. She talks way too fast, and she just doesn't have any kind of real personality. Not even her own kind of personality. That's just what I see from it. And it just doesn't look that good. It doesn't look like that good of a show. I will stop short of calling it one of the worst reboots in history, because I don't think it's one of the worst. But from what I've seen, and maybe a lot of you have actually seen all the episodes so far, I've just seen some clips. I would say Night Court, unless you're just desperate to see something new, skip the new Night Court and watch, there's 9 seasons, hell, and watch 9 seasons of the old Night Court.